Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Jacksonville Jaguars. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Prescott on first down. Looking and finding Allen Hurns. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
2nd and 11. A second down throw for Prescott. He's going to air one out. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3. Here we go. 4-8.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? I feel like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately that didn't work for them.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll run it again with Fournette. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
Let's go. Here we go.
Fournette, a first down carry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now Bortles on the bootleg. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Extending the arm. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swaim, 61 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And to the tight end here, Safarian Jenkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Bortles to the former Jets, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' 1st down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st down, Bortles. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Now Bortles. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Bortles to throw once more. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 following the interception. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. It's Beasley right side. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46.
And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 488. 46.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Here we go, 46.
Prescott from the gun. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his 1st. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Here we go, here we go.
On play action, now Bortles. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. His 1st catch, good for 16 and a 1st.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would not want to be an offensive lineman in today's NFL, especially not a center or a guard, if you got to deal with these massive defensive tackles who could not just beat you with strength, but they can beat you with quickness and guile as well. They can get upfield and make plays. And a lot of times what they're taught, Just go ahead and tackle everyone that comes in your area and keep the one with the ball.
And for the third time here this half, it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. DJ Hayden, the corner, in on the tackle. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
A handoff to Fournette. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Let's go, let's go.
Now it's the fullback, Tommy Bohannon, from nearby Fort Myers. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. And Lambo will put this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field.
Single receiver, single receiver. Get that, let's go, get out. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. His throw incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
Give him credit for batting it away, but unable to come up with the interception. And sometimes that joke does come true. Guys are on defense for a reason. Maybe their hands aren't quite as skillful as the guys on offense, but a lot of credit on that play for just knocking it away.
Hey, pull down. 26.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So after the INT, it's Bortles. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. And his throw here is incomplete. It was the free safety to Sean Gibson who was able to range over and knock it away.
And that one was knocked away, and I think the defenders are going to be a little upset with themselves. They made the play on the football, but that one felt like a forced pass by the quarterback. Thought he had someone open. He really wasn't. Maybe an example of having too much confidence in his receiver that